Hey there YouTube, this is New Guy 09100 coming at you with another toy review. This time we return to the wonderful world of G.I. Joe. And I'm coming at you to show Quick Kick. Heck, once again I was at the Toys R Us up by my college campus waiting for traffic to die down, and I saw this guy. And he was about $10, but I actually paid like $8 for him. And I saw ahead and I looked at it and said, Quick Kick's kind of cool. Oh, I mean, he's pretty awesome. And I also noticed that this is a Toys R Us exclusive. And even front here, see if I can get that to come in. People have complained a bit about my camcorder not getting fine detail, which I'm actually convinced it can't. It actually says exclusive Quick Kick. So Toys R Us must have really been proud of this. And Quick Kick is pretty much the Snake Eyes impersonator of the team. For those who watch the original Sunbow cartoon, they probably know that Quick Kick, along with Spirit, pretty much stole Storm Shadow away from Snake Eyes. Practically took over Snake Eyes' entire role. Oh, you also notice right here that he actually has a katana sword. So he's trying to be even more like Snake Eyes. And I sort of call Quick Kick the Liu Kang of G.I. Joe, because, I mean, look at his design. Yeah, look right there. Yeah, it looks an awful lot like Liu Kang from Mortal Kombat, wouldn't you say? And this is apparently coming from the Pursuit of Cobra toy line, which I'm trying to figure out, is it really a sequel to the Rise of Cobra line, or is it sort of its own original line? Anyway, I already showed you one guy from the Pursuit of Cobra, Cobra Commander. And the Pursuit of Cobra line seems to use similar sculpting to the real life figures like in Rise of Cobra, but they seem to be changed greatly, and obviously we're going to have a real sequel toy line when the next movie comes out. So is this supposed to sort of be a Pass the Time sequel? And I also noticed that he does have black on, but it's not exactly the same as some of the other Rise of Cobra figures. I'm wondering if this is sort of Hasbro's reaction to some people complaining about the jet black outfits. They're sort of flexing them up a bit. But I'm not sure. Maybe it's keeping in line with the toy line. Anyway, Miss Quick Kick, Liu Kang, comes with a blade, which, as I've already established, is pretty much knocking off Snake Eyes even more. Comes with apparently what looks like a James Bond gun with a silencer or something, and boxing gloves, fighting gloves. So he's apparently going for a Street Fighter knockoff too. And he comes with his nunchucks. Nunchuck, whatever. Turning to the back here, it says Quick Kick. Real name, MacArthur S. Ido. I apologize for any mispronunciations. Mission equipment is hand-forged carbon steel katana sword. And Quick Kick is a martial arts expert on the G.I. Joe team. Naturally gifted and a quick learner, he has mastered several fighting arts systems, including Taekwondo, Kanju Ryu, Southern Praying Mantis, Tai Chi Sword, and Wing Chun. He battles Cobra ninjas who attack the team as they search for a new Cobra weapon somewhere in an Asian city. Mm-hmm. Oh, and I guess I haven't really bought very many Pursuit of Cobras, but the Pursuit of Cobras seem to sort of be world around, out in kind of battlefields. In this particular case, he's in the city. There's also like the desert, the jungle, and the snow. A bit like Star Wars, kind of. Alright. Well, anyway, let's open this guy up and see what he's like. And here we have Quick Kick all set up with some of his equipment. I put the gloves on already because the gloves are kind of frustrating. They really tried to match the fingers to the hand, and I have no idea why they wanted to do that. Maybe for realism, but it just makes it a little awkward getting them in. I mean, you've got to actually squish his fingers under the little hubs where his glove fingers are. So let me see if I can get those off. And as pointed out with the Cobra Commander, they've gone back to using the traditional G.I. Joe bases instead of the Rise of Cobra kind. But one big thing I noticed is they no longer have like code name. In this case, it's just Quick Kick. It's not code name Quick Kick. It just says Quick Kick. So, that's a bit strange that they're not doing that. Quick Kick is pretty much as posable as a typical G.I. Joe. Flexibility, turning head. One thing to sort of criticize a bit from an artist standpoint, and again, I know, this is a bit experimental, but his little tunic here actually looks a little too buffed. I mean, on the card, look at how that goes. From an artist standpoint, this doesn't exactly look all that correct. But the top thing here can come off. Take the sword out there, and let me see. For some reason, they only gave you like an opening hole here. Here, excuse me for a moment. Okay, sorry for making you wait. It actually can come off, but the way I actually got it off was popping his head off, but it can just pop right back on. So yeah, now he looks a bit more anatomically correct. And you know what? This actually would make a very nice figure. I mean, it's like the perfect body shape and stuff. I mean, look at that. Yeah, that would actually be pretty good for art purposes, which I do use these figures for. One detail that I really can't show through the lens here, and actually, to be honest, it's nearly impossible to see it from where I'm standing, is he has like a few slash marks right here and here. But I really can't show that very well, even if I did have a good camcorder, because it blends in with the skin and all the details very easily. So even that's actually hard to show, even if I had an excellent camera. So I'll just leave this off for the rest of the review. Leave the tuning off. And he does look more like Liu Kang. I know, I keep on making that reference, but he does. Comes with his nunchuck, which is posable. Oh, very bendable. Mr. Ninja Warrior. Like Snake Eyes, the Paris Pursuit Snake Eyes, his sword, as heard, does fit in. It fit a lot better when he had the top on. Fit much easier when he had the top on because it smoothed out his back. And for the sword, looks pretty lethal. Pretty lethal looking sword. Compare it here to Snake Eyes. His sword. It's hard to see a bit, but Snake Eyes' sword is a bit more stylized, whereas Quick Kicks is a bit more traditional. And last we come to his James Bond gun, which he does not seem to hold very... I don't know, it's up to you. I'm going to try the other hand. Yeah. I don't know, it really looks like, regardless of what hand you put the gun in, it just looks like he's holding it a bit awkward. So, that's it. So, that's my review on G.I. Joe Quick Kick. Nick, he makes an excellent addition to my G.I. Joe army. Kind of nice sculpt on the body. A few frustrating accessories, but not a bad figure. It's a nice, interesting rendition of Quick Kick to the live-action universe. And this has been New Guy 09100. Take care, everyone.